Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins and tokens of interest. And today we're taking a look at a pre-sale Pikachu, right? So this is a very popular pre-sale and you've asked me to cover it, right? So as we're always doing on the channel, we're asking the question, is it legit or is it a scam, right? So this one, I don't believe it's coming from the same scammers of the other projects that we are covering on the channel. For example, scams like Pepu, right? And also some of the Doge scams that we have covered, which generally are coming from the same scammers. This one, right? It's not a scam in that sense, right? But there is a scam into this pre-sale, and the scam is called a trademark scam, right? So a trademark scam can be done intentionally or unintentionally by the people behind this particular project, but in most cases it's always intentional. And if it's always intentional, right, then it's 100% intentional scam. So you need to be extremely careful. Like I say, don't buy into the pre-sale, right? For this one, it might explode, right? So let's just speak about a few scenarios that can occur: the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So the good that can happen for this one is you invest into it, it explodes, you get some gains, right? That's what everybody hopes for when they buy into the pre-sale, right? But there's always a risk. If you buy into the pre-sale, you will not be able to claim your tokens and a whole bunch of all those things. So that's why I always encourage, never ever buy in the pre-sale. At least buy after the pre-sale has actually launched, because by then you're assured you're actually buying your tokens, right? But this one throws another dynamic right into the works because it's Pikachu. Pikachu is owned by a parent company, right? It's owned by the Pokemon company, right? So this trademark is owned by Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures Incorporated, right? It's a company based in Japan, right? And there are also multiple patents by Nintendo of America Incorporated, right? Multiple patents for Pikachu. So Pikachu is not owned by probably the people behind this pre-sale, because Pikachu wouldn't start a pre-sale, right? It's just common sense, right? There wouldn't be a Pikachu pre-sale, right? This is not endorsed by Nintendo. So the risk that you face by buying into this, let's say you buy into this thing and then it explodes, right? Or it becomes very popular before they actually launch, right? And then what can occur there is the people behind this project already, they have your money. They can launch and just dump the token and then terminate the project and then they run, right? If the Nintendo company, right, the Pokemon company comes in and say, you guys, what are you doing here? This is our trademark. We're going to hunt you down and we're going to make sure that you stop using our trademark, and we're actually going to pursue litigation or criminal intent, right? And they're going to just grab the bag and run, and then you lose all your money. Or another scenario is you invest into this, it launches, price is going up, everything is going well, right? It's getting listed on top tier exchanges. Again, the trademark comes screaming. The Pokemon company comes, knocks on the door. Why are you using our trademark, right? So this particular one is a scam purely because they are using someone else's trademark, right? And you also see some of the tricks that they have here. Binance talking about Pokemon Day. So this is also leveraging the trademark, because Binance doesn't know the people who are behind this particular pre-sale, but these people are using a trademark, right? That doesn't belong to them, and they are pasting a Binance post here that is not related to them, but related to the real company that created Pokemon, right? You can even see here with the Binance thing. So they are putting this tweet of Binance right there in the pre-sale. It's a crazy thing, right? They're trying to trick people, but unfortunately, we have been looking at things of this nature for the last couple of years. 1 year in crypto is like 10 years, right? So definitely, this one, I would say it's a scam, but it doesn't mean that the price is not going to blow up. It doesn't mean it's going to go parabolic, but eventually, the trademark will come knocking on the door, right? Especially if it really starts to get some traction and the price starts going up. the trademark is definitely going to come knocking, because companies like the Pokemon company, Nintendo company of America, they protect their patents like you can't believe, right? They have people actively looking for things like this, right? So that's one risk that you face into this one. So I wouldn't recommend anyone to get involved with this one, but it's completely up to you. This is just my opinion. You do what you need to do. My goal is just to give you the full information, right? So that you are well informed going into this. And by the way, this is a perfect pre-sale that you would want to log into your Big Brain Crypto Ego logbook, right? So it's a book on Amazon. It's hardcover, it's durable. It allows you to log up to 70 pre-sales, because we don't know what is going to happen with this particular pre-sale, right? There are some pre-sales that were infringing on trademark that went, and we managed to actually raise millions and millions, and they didn't even have some had pre-sales, some didn't, right? And they managed to raise millions and millions, and the tokens went parabolic, but eventually the patent and the trademark came knocking on the door, right? So if you grab yourself a copy of the Big Brain Crypto Ego logbook, there are 2 pages, and each page allows you to actually log pertinent information, right, about the pre-sale, so that you wise up against the scammers, and you just generally increase your knowledge around pre-sales, because there are some pre-sales that go parabolic, but those ones are like in the 1%. So it means you need to be in the 1% of knowledge for you to be able to see which pre-sale is going to explode, right? Even some of the pre-sales that the scammers actually whip up, some of them, they also do have some sort of pump into the price, right? But you need to be extremely, extremely careful. So the first page, so you, out of these 70 pre-sales you're able to track, you get 2 pages, right? You get 2 pages. The first page, there's just pertinent information about the pre-sale, and also there's a scam or legit evaluation, which I like. And this is where you check things like, is the team doxed, right? And if the team is doxed, they need to provide their LinkedIn, right? Did you take a look at the pre-sale contract? What is the value proposition for this particular pre-sale, right? Adoption and all that. Trademark infringement, there we go, right? So this one definitely is infringing on the trademark, and that's a major, major red flag. It actually shows us that the people behind this project are scammers, because they are not only scamming people investing into them, they are already scamming a big company, right? Like the Pokemon company. So imagine what they would do to a regular person who is investing into their project. They are obviously going to scam you, right? And also you've got a section of launch price tracking. So this is where you, when it eventually launches, you start tracking the price, right? Is the price going parabolic? Is the price going down? What is going on, and all that, right? So you put a date, you put the price from the price of launch. This will actually help you to see how this pre-sales behaves. And then if you do decide to invest, you have your section where you decide how much you want to invest, what is your profit and loss, what are your emotions when you're investing, extra section for notes there. And on the second page, you get your ego notes. So this is where you go into the communities, check out where these pre-sales are being marketed. Like, for example, this one is being heavily marketed on social media, Facebook, right? A bunch of other places is being marketed heavily, right? This Pokemon pre-sale. So this is where you log some of that information. And also YouTubers, for example, Net Crypto, this channel. What is Net Crypto talking about this pre-sale? What are other 100x, 1000x YouTubers, those YouTubers in crypto who say everything that they are asked to sponsor is going to go 1000x? They always say, I believe this one is going 1000x. Everything that they talk about is going 1000x. What are they talking about this one? What if they're talking about other projects that they on their channels? And adoption tracking, extremely important. So the adoption tracking, this has to do with how many people are actually adopting this pre-sale. So you check this by checking the number of people on their X, right? We check the number of people who are on their X, and you get to actually see like how many people actually on X are actually talking about this, right? And how many people are even following them on X, right? That's something important. We can actually go and actually check as well for ourselves to see how many people are actually following Pikachu on X. This also helps you to try and gauge how popular this pre-sale is. So you can see 20,000 people are following this one on X, right? 20,000, that's a significant number. But you need to see how this number grows. Same as Telegram, same as other platforms that they are on Facebook and all those other platforms. You need to check how many people. And eventually, when it does launch on CoinMarketCap, you need to also check the ranking. Is the ranking improving? So if you see these numbers exponentially increasing, that can signal that this thing is going to go parabolic, right? It's being adopted heavily, and that can signal that, yes, this might be something worth getting into, right? And remember the rule: whenever you double your money you invested, you cash out your initial investment, you protect your initial investment. But for this one, unfortunately, it's infringing on trademark, so it doesn't really have a future, right? It doesn't really have a future because they are infringing on trademark. So my final judgment for this one is definitely this is 100% scam, right? Because they are already scamming the Pokemon company. If they don't have any qualms scamming the Pokemon company, what will they do to you, right? So affiliate link is in the description if you want to grab yourself the Big Brain Crypto Ego Logbook, right? You can grab yourself a copy, hardcover, durable, and you can increase your knowledge in crypto. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know, did you buy into this one, right? If you're watching this into the future, what has been your experience? So thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.